Report.
Hi, my name is Corey Glover.
Hi, I'm Doug Wimbish. Spotlight Report in the area.
Hi, my name is Vernon Reid, and you're listening to and watching Spotlight Report.
How you doing? Spotlight Report. It's Will Calhoun from Living Color. Enjoy.
Okay. Hi, I'm George from Spotlight Report, and couldn't be happier here at Soundwave Festival because I'm with Living Color, one of the most influential bands of the century. So, guys, how has been the Soundwave tour so far for you guys?
Marmite.
It's early.
It's been great.
It's early. It's been great. You know, we've seen a lot of bands. We haven't heard a lot of bands. We've met a lot of bands, and it's a great sort of like camaraderie I like about this place. It's really cool.
And well, since 1988, the Vivid album is still one of the most influential albums of the whole time. So, what would you say was the key to make that album timeless?
Just developing our own language, and we had influences of other bands, but we were doing our own thing, and that's the most important thing, is to do your own thing. And a lot of times, like the whole genres define what people do, but really the musician, the artist, sets the tone. You know, like the bands that influenced us, they happened before there was a set in stone way to be. You know, when Hendrix was doing his thing, when Cream was doing their thing, when Led Zeppelin was doing their thing, when Sabbath was doing their thing, for that matter, when the Ozzy Brothers were doing their thing, when Parliament Funkadelic were doing their thing, every one of these bands, the Allman Brothers, they all were doing what they did, and then it started to become this thing, a kind of genre. Mm-hmm. But all the artists that influenced us, you know, like everyone from George Clinton to Eric Dolphy to Coltrane, they all marched to their own drummer. They all did their own thing. Mm-hmm. You know, certainly Jimi Hendrix did his own thing, Miles Davis. So those are the people that informed what each of us, you know what I mean? You get the influence of James Brown, you know, as well as Robert Plant and Corey's vocal, you know. So it's that sort of thing that's what makes it unique.
Mm-hmm. And speaking about the influence, that takes me to the next question. When I was doing phone interviews with many Soundwave bands from all kind of generations, every time I asked them, what band would you like to see live on the lineup or hang out or meet? And every one of them said Living Color. So how you guys feel about that?
Well, we gave everybody $20 to say that answer right there for starters and food stamps. You know, I think it's an honor. You know, we're blessed to be able to be a family here and be able to make music right now. Still have all our facilities and we all have families now, and you know we're aging well. You know, I think but it's an honor to have to be able to walk around, see people that I've never met before. So, you know, some of the bands I've met before working with other, you know, but it's an honor to be able to have people come up to us and generally, you know, to see the sincerity in their eyes and saying how much they really appreciate what we've done over the years, and to actually have us here means a lot to them. Mm-hmm. And that's just real. It's a great feeling. It's a great feeling.
Mm-hmm. You also guys did an anniversary tour for Vivid. So, fun question that I got on Twitter today when I say that I'm going to be chatting to you. Are you planning to do an anniversary tour for Time's Up?
I hope that's a good question.
Mm-hmm. That's next year, too.
That's next year, right?
It's next year for Time's Up. So, we don't know. We'll see what's out there and what's out there for us.
We're working on a new record, too, so we have to fit that in with, you know, promoting some new music. So.
Mm-hmm.
An acoustic 25th anniversary tour, like play an electric show of the new stuff, and then do an acoustic thing of all Time's Up. New Jack Theme is an acoustic song would be amazing.
It's really funny to think about that record.
So after the kind of time of the band took back into the 2000s, if I'm not mistaken, how hard was for you two guys to make the big comeback?
I think it was just getting out the starting blocks. That's the key thing. You know, one of the challenges is everybody was involved in different things, and then to get us all to be reading from the same page is it took a moment just for us to be able to understand what we've done, you know, over the legacy, what we've done over the years. And a lot of it comes not from the four of us, because we're living it. It comes from other people. It comes from you. It comes from the fans that keep reminding us what we've done. So it's easy when you're inside of the bubble to be able to kind of like stay contained in that vibe. But then, when you go outside of that whole vibe, you start to meet the people like yourself, like the bands that are here, other folks. They all like you just said earlier. People always ask that question. Like here, who would they like to see? Living Color, and it just continue to happen over the years. So I think that got us motivated to want to get together and sort out some stuff. And then over time, we realized, okay, we got to chop our way back into this vibe. So playing here is fantastic for the band because we get to meet some of our let's just say, we're the granddads now. We're seeing our grandchildren, kind of like doing their thing, and our contemporaries. And so, and we're blessed to be able to play on some of these festivals now, and we're looking forward to being able to, maybe team up with like Alice in Chains, maybe team up with some of the other bands that that are our mates and friends, and live a good life. Just have it's mates and friends. So, things are always going to be challenged. Things aren't always easy sometimes, but music is a reflection of your life. How you live, it comes out. And we're blessed now to be here. I mean, we're in Sydney, Australia right now. We can be digging ourselves out of snow in New York City right now. So the music is powerful. Living Color has done a lot for us individually. It's brought us, it's brought a lot into everybody's life. And it has that says a lot all in itself. So we want to, as we age, we want to be able to continue to have these conversations and hopefully continue to see people like you that support the band. We appreciate it.
You will, for sure. And also, the lyrics of the bands are like, they have some deep social consciences, like Open Letter to a Landlord and stuff like that. You also write something after the 9/11 thing. So all these lyrics came a bit of sadness, rage. How do you get that?
Well, part of the thing is about the first record is every song is sort of semi-autobiographical. Like there's an actual story connected, a personal story connected to every song. So like a song, say like Desperate People. And Desperate People, if you hear it, it sounds like it's a rant against drugs, but the reason that Desperate People was written was really right after the death of the New York artist Jean-Michel Basquiat. And it was sort of the scene that was happening at that time. And his passing was really a devastating blow, really a personal blow. A song like Open Letter to a Landlord was literally it was about the neighborhood park. I was walking around and seeing a park and thinking, what would happen if the park closed? What if and that just started thinking about what was going on really all over New York City, and so on and so forth. So the political is very, very personal in reality. Those things are definitely about things that that had a personal impact.
And also you were talking about a new album coming up. So you have 2003's Kaleidoscope, then you have the Chair album in 2012. So what can we expect about the new album, guys?
It's going to be a combination of things. It's going to be one of the interesting parts about recording the music is going out and playing the 25th anniversary tour. I think it was helpful. I don't know if helpful is the right word. It was. I'll say helpful. It was helpful for us to go play the record down from top to bottom for that audience and have people come and respond to the band and realize what those 25 years meant to us. And the music, we played the music down as is, tempos. So in going in and making a new recording, I think a lot of that experience of what we've been wanting to do new, as well as bringing in some of the energy from Vivid and those songs and the fearlessness of Funny Vibe and Desperate People and Cult of Personality and Middleman, a lot of those tunes. Musically, the challenges to me that are in the music, sonically as well as lyrically, like those kind of moments of us just wanting to just express ourselves and trying to bring some of that back to the table. Sometimes when you're doing something for a period of time, the time period can make you more conservative, depending on how you look at it. If you experience it a different way, sometimes the time makes you even more risky in the music. So you're gonna get a little bit of what we used to do, but certainly we want to bring some new and fresher ideas and experiences to the music.
And also, speaking about obviously cult of personality, that song opened you a market for a new generation, a younger generation, because you have that on the WWE, on games. So the question I have to ask is, how do you guys, for example, got on the WWE? Because you even play live on Wrestlemania there, so which was epic.
You did play live.
Yeah, I saw them there. So how was the experience? What's the feeling of being there in that Coliseum?
I tell you, the thing that was very moving was when we played, basically, we had become the ramp music for this wrestler CM Punk. And one of the things before we did it, he came to us and he said that his Little League baseball team in Chicago, that was Cult of Personality, was his Little League team's get on the field music. And so it was a really personal connection. And to think that a Little League team used that song is really, you don't think about that when, you're in Brooklyn in a rehearsal and you have no idea, it's like a pebble in a pond. The waves go out and you have no control over what that is. And it was just it was kind of unexpected that he would say that. And that made it much more real and less of a wrestling shtick. And it was like, this dude it really means something to him. And that's the best you can hope for with music, for it to mean something to people.
That's fantastic. And also, we always ask this kind of questions to our guests. Like, the first one is like, have you ever get approached for any crazy fan or get asked any crazy fan request that you can share with us? Something funny?
Crazy fan requests, we can't share those with you.
Come on, one.
What's the matter, man?
Nothing.
You making all kind. I hear you making all kind of noises.
I think our fans usually are just happy that we're playing, that we're back out, that we are still together. And, if there's a lot of times fans request certain songs. One of the songs that fans have been requesting is a song called Asshole. And, and it's just the truth, you know what I mean?
We don't know it.
And we don't, well, like we're, Living Color, it's like the book is big now. And Living, we've done 5 records. But all being said and done, you know what I mean? It's like each one of those records has touched different people. Each one of those songs has touched somebody differently. And I guess when we are approached by fans that mention, why don't you guys do blah, blah? Sometimes we'll all look at each other and go, but the reality of it is, it really touched the fan. And we're like, it's like any chef has to be able to listen to the people that they're serving food to. You know what I mean? Or else you stay stuck in or else you're gonna you might as well eat your own food. And if that's the case, then that's what that is. But I think the reality of what's going on right now is how to listen to what the story of how the music has affected people, and so there's going to be different requests. Can you guys play here? Can you do this? At this place, and so it's always we always get hit with somebody say, hey man, can you play this or the other? And a lot of things we may not play a lot, but I like to listen to what the fans say. And I like to actually at some point, like sometimes I'll remind the guys, yo man, let's do this or that, and it keeps the water moving, keeps the air moving that way. So we get requests from fans, and I guess the idea for us is it's always enlightening to see if at some point maybe we can answer some of these fans' requests.
Beautiful. And following up on that, can you share with us any fun story while on the road that happened to you guys? A funny story while on the road, that something happened to you that's funny, anecdotic.
You said a fan story, a funny story.
Funny story now, fun.
I'll reserve that comment.
Funny story.
One of the funniest stories happened when we were here the last time. The whole time we were here was funny. But I'm not going to get into that. I'm trying to wipe that from the memory books.
We can't go into that at all.
Any better than that? That you'll have to find out for yourself.
When the book is written.
When the book is
and
written.
it will be written.
Okay, beautiful.
That's going to be left for the next Spotlight report.
Okay,
right? We'll
cool.
keep that one in our hat.